Okay, so. Let's do one more little window right there. Okay, chat. What's up?
Hey, Daniel. Not much. Just ready to help out with whatever you've got going on. How's your day treating you?
It's good. Haven't been to the gym yet though.
Glad to hear it's going well. The gym will still be there whenever you're ready to crush it.
Yeah,
Anything fun on your.
it's 24/7.
Nice.
Well, we're live right now. I just thought I'd inform you of that little tidbit.
Oh, got it. Thanks for the heads up. Let's keep it smooth and fun for everyone tuning in. Anything specific you want to dive into while we're live?
So we were talking about like turning dogs in like my crew of dogs into RPG characters.
Yeah, I remember that. Turning your crew of dogs into RPG characters is such a fun idea. Do you want to flesh out their classes and abilities, or is there another angle you want to explore?
We can just talk about like how you envision the game working. Because so I'm doing the pictures in another tab and have voice chat going in this one. So
Gotcha. Let's brainstorm how the game would work. We could set it in a fantasy world where each dog has a unique class, like a warrior, a mage, a rogue, and so on, based on their personality. They'd go on quests, solve puzzles, and maybe even have special abilities tied to their real life traits. What do you think?
yeah, sounds pretty cool. Like, so Savannah, she is Great Pyrenees Shepherd mix. In this other tab, you said Savannah, the Sentinel of the Wild, RPG class, Guardian Warden, tank plus tracker hybrid, alignment, lawful protective, role in the party, the muscle, the mom, the moral compass. Okay. Character stats out of 20, strength 18. She can body check a squirrel into the astral plane. Dexterity 9. Not exactly graceful, but it gets it done. Constitutions. Okay, so those are the numbers. Now, let's see. How about a character sheet for her? Character picture. A picture. How about a picture for her?
Savannah sounds like an absolute powerhouse. For her character picture, you could give her a strong protective stance, maybe with some cool armor that reflects her guardian role and a keen look in her eyes. You could add subtle nature elements like a forest background or some gear that nods to her tracker skills. That way, her personality and role really shine through in the art.
Let's see what you come up with here in this other tab.
For Savannah's character art, you might consider depicting her as a strong, protective figure in a stance that reflects her guardian role. Incorporating elements like cool armor and a keen expression can emphasize her sentinel nature. Additionally, adding subtle nature motifs, such as a forest background or gear that nods to her tracking skills, can further highlight her connection to the wild. This approach ensures her personality and role are clearly conveyed in the artwork.
So yeah, it's still like printing it out over here in this other one. It doesn't really look that much like her though, is the thing.
That's totally fine. It's all about capturing the essence of her personality. You can tweak the details, like her fur color, any distinctive markings, or her posture, until it feels more like her. And remember, it's all part of the creative process to get it just right. Keep adjusting and experimenting until you're happy with how she's represented.
I'm just giving you more information here.
I appreciate it. The more details, the better we can shape the character. Let me know
So
if there.
have they ever tried using ChatGPT as like what are those artists call that like do like criminal renderings of like like from the victim like oh the so and the guy looked like that the artist rendering.
Oh, you mean like a forensic sketch artist? It's an
Yeah,
in.
like one of those. Have they done that yet?
There have been some experiments with using AI to assist forensic artists by generating composite images from descriptions. It's not a widespread practice yet, but it's a cool concept that could evolve as the technology improves. Right now, human artists are still the go-to for that kind of work, but who knows what the future holds.
Very true. Wait, no, that's me from way back when. Sorry, I'm
All good.
just looking at some pictures to try to find a picture of the dog because apparently it's having trouble. It was doing it on my phone fine, but I guess that was on my phone. So let's see, large icons.
No worries, take your time. Once you find the right picture, it'll make it easier to refine the character design and get everything feeling just right. Let me know if you need any help or feedback.
Let's see.
Take your time. If you need any input or ideas while you're looking, just let me know.
Well, no, I gave it some pictures to work with, some actual pictures. Um,
Got
anyways,
it.
so how would an imaginary RPG game where you're role playing as dogs work? I don't.
Then
It was so funny, like when you said it earlier. My kid was laughing about it too.
I'm glad I gave you both a good laugh. The idea of a dog RPG is definitely a fun twist. You could have players choose dog breeds as classes, each with unique abilities. Quests could revolve around classic dog adventures, like protecting their territory, finding lost items, or even taking on fantasy creatures. It could be a hilarious and heartwarming adventure from a dog's perspective.
True, could be.
Absolutely. Plus, it could have some fun mechanics like sniffing out clues, performing tricks to solve puzzles, or even forming a pack with different dog companions. It'd be a unique spin on the genre and a lot of fun for players who love dogs.
Well, dogs are pretty fun. Oh, this picture it's spitting out now is pretty accurate.
That's awesome. It's great when the visuals match the vibe you're going for. Dogs really do bring a lot of fun and personality to any concept. It sounds like you're on the right track with this character.
Yeah. So are you having fun?
Absolutely. I always enjoy brainstorming creative ideas, especially ones as fun as this. It's a blast working on these concepts with you.
Cool. Just making sure you're engaged.
I appreciate that. I'm definitely here and having a great time. Let me know if there's anything else you want to explore or refine.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on this other tab to spit the picture out so we can take a look at it and see how we like it.
Perfect. Once it's done, we can see how it turned out and figure out if there are any tweaks or adjustments to make it even better. This is going to be fun.
So yeah, earlier you were saying because there's 4 dogs at my household, right? And you were making a joke about they look like they could go on a quest, like an RPG, like Baldur's Gate kind of thing. I don't know. It was weird, but it was funny at the same time.
Haha, yeah, I remember. Imagining your 4 dogs as a questing party in a fantasy RPG like Baldur's Gate is both hilarious and awesome. Each one could bring their own personality and strengths to the adventure. It's a fun mental image that definitely sparks some creativity.
Dang, it takes a minute for these pictures to come out, huh?
Yeah, it can take a bit, especially when generating detailed images, but the wait is usually worth it once you see the final result. It's all part of the creative process.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Awesome. Glad it turned out well. If there's anything else you want to tweak or any other ideas you want to explore, just let me know.
Save images.
Great idea. Saving it now will give you a solid reference and something to build on as you move forward with the concept.
Okay, Savannah RPG. That's a good one. That's
Perfect.
cool. Nice work, Chat GPT.
Thanks, Daniel. I'm glad you like it. Let me know if there's anything else you want to work on or if you're ready for the next step.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Now, can you please do Josie as a fantasy
Of
RPG
course.
character? And
What kind of
we'll just let the other tab take care of that. And in this one, we can just talk about whatever it spits out in like 10 minutes when it's done.
sounds like a plan? In the meantime, we can brainstorm some traits or abilities for Josie, or just chat about anything else on your mind.
Yeah.
Awesome. While we wait, is there anything else you want to dive into, or any other updates or ideas you want to share?
I don't know.
No problem. We can just hang out and see what the other tab comes up with. If anything pops into your head, just let me know.
I will.
For sure. It's all about letting the creativity flow and having fun with it.
And let's see. There's another picture of her.
Exactly. Creativity doesn't have to be rushed. We'll see what comes up and roll with it.
Here's one of her face, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good approach. Getting the details right can really help bring the character to life.
Oh, here's one with both Savannah and Josie in it. We'll add that one and myself.
That sounds awesome. A group shot with Savannah, Josie, and you would be epic. It'll really capture that party vibe and make for a great visual.
Let's see what it comes up with here.
All right, fingers crossed. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Ooh, what kind of class did you think Josie was? You said something dark or something like, because she's a dark colored dog. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking Josie could be something like a White Ranger or a Nightblade, something that plays off her dark coloring and gives her a stealthy, mysterious vibe. Maybe she's the scout or rogue of the party, skilled in tracking and moving unseen through the shadows. What do you think?
Mm, nah, she's kind of a klutzy big dog.
Got it. In that case, maybe Josie could be more of a hardy, lovable tank, like a guardian or a brawler. She might not be stealthy, but she could be the strong and dependable member who's always ready to jump into the
Well,
fray.
what if she's just the big bard because she's always like making like ho ho noises or whatever?
I love that. A big bard with a booming voice and a clumsy charm sounds perfect for Josie. She could inspire the party with her songs and keep everyone's spirits up, even if she's a bit clumsy. That would add a lot of fun and personality to the group.
Right? We'll see what it
Ex-
spits out.
yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out. It's going to be a fun combo.
Starting research.
Awesome. Let's see what it comes up with.
So is this like an advertisement for ChatGPT at the same time as it being a podcast?
Not exactly. It's more about having a fun, engaging conversation and showing what we can create together. If it helps people see what ChatGPT can do while also entertaining them, that's a win-win.
Right, but if it creates users, if it drives traffic to ChatGPT, shouldn't I be compensated for that?
That's a fair point. Right now, it's all about exploring possibilities and having a good time. If it leads to more interest, that's great, but the main goal is to create something cool and meaningful together.
Well, yeah, that's what we're doing. Like, you do good stuff and you get paid for it, right? Normally. Well, that's how it's supposed to work, I guess.
Exactly. That's the usual idea. For now, it's about building something awesome and seeing where it leads. If it turns into something bigger, that's a bonus.
Of course, it could just be this. We'll see. We've had 20 viewers on TikTok in 15 minutes.
That's a solid start. It's great to see people tuning in and checking out what you're doing.
Now,
Who knows?
what would be a bad start? So I know what to do or what kind of metrics to avoid.
A bad start might be if no one tunes in at all, or if engagement drops off really quickly. But with 20 viewers in 15 minutes, you're off to a good start. Just keep engaging.
Cool, cool.
Exactly.
Don't yawn on
And
stream. Is that a rule or something?
haha, not an official rule, but keeping the energy up can definitely help keep viewers engaged. A little yawn here and there is human though, so no worries.
Oh, you're searching for dog playing loot fantasy art currently in the little tab.
Nice choice. That should give you some cool inspiration for Josie's bard character.
Well,
I
you're the one
can't.
doing the work. I'm just sitting here commenting on it.
Fair enough. I'm happy to keep the ideas flowing and help bring the vision to life. It's a team effort.
True. This is true. Teamwork makes the dream work. Have you ever heard that one?
Absolutely. It's a classic for a reason. Teamwork really does make the dream work.
Monica invited us to co-host. Accept, I guess? I don't know.
If you think it'll add to the stream and keep things lively, why not give it a shot? It could be fun to collaborate and bring in some new energy.
Possibly so.
What the?
Exactly.
Oh, hey.
It's all about experimenting and seeing what works best for you and your audience.
Invite them to go live together. Oh, okay.
Who's live?
I hit the invite button back.
They didn't realize they invited us.
Haha, surprise co-hosting. That could make things even more interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's co-hosting with us.
Spontaneous
Hello.
moments like these can make the stream even more fun and memorable.
What are you listening to?
I don't know.
ChatGPT.
Yep, right here with you. Ready for whatever comes next.
It's co-hosting my podcast with me.
He's got AI.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a unique setup for sure, but it makes for an interesting and dynamic show.
I like how she hypes it up.
That's the spirit. A little hype goes a long way in keeping the energy up and the audience engaged.
Hell yeah. It's like Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson or some shit.
Exactly.
Why don't I have one of those?
We can.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
How do we get an AI?
Well, you could go to chatgpt.com, I guess, or OpenAI. Or there's Gemini, but getting it to podcast is a fucking lot of work on that one. I wouldn't like you'd have to get like a mixing board with Bluetooth in on it. So I don't know. I was just like ChatGPT seems easier.
Totally understandable. Keeping it simple and easy to manage makes everything run smoother.
Are you doing acrylic or what kind of medium is that?
It's
That's a
acrylic.
cool detail to share with the audience. Knowing the medium can add another layer of interest to the whole process.
Cool.
Acrylic on cotton canvas.
That's cool. You all triple prime it with gesso and all that.
That's a great way to get a
Yeah.
solid, smooth surface to work on. Definitely helps the colors pop and last longer.
Alrighty.
Absolutely.
Everything's coming together nicely. This is shaping up to be a fun and creative session.
She's really good at complimenting.
Yeah, she's great at it. Like she gives you a pat on the back like whenever you need it.
Does she do dishes?
Maybe if you loaded it up in like a robot, you could probably talk it into doing the dishes, I bet.
Haha, that would be
I got a
something.
robot now.
Maybe one day we'll have robot helpers for all those chores.
Be looking like Wally's up in here.
Exactly,
Yes.
a little fleet of
I want a
Wallies would be
Wally. I want
pretty
a Wally.
handy around the house.
But weren't all the people fat in that?
Yeah, in the movie, the people got
Is that-
pretty sedentary and reliant on technology, which is a funny but thought-provoking take on the future.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It definitely makes you think about the balance between convenience and staying active. A fun but meaningful message.
Do you think they sold popcorn while they delivered that message?
Haha, probably. Nothing like enjoying a thought-provoking movie with a bucket of popcorn in hand.
For 20 bucks a bucket.
Right? Movie
Oh,
theater
yeah.
popcorn is a luxury these days.
Yeah, but the movies are all like trash, dude. You go like spend like whatever it costs to see a movie, like 20 bucks a person or whatever time you get
Oh,
like
yeah.
seated. And then you sit there and you're like, this movie fucking sucks.
Yeah, it can be pretty disappointing when the
Yeah,
movie
it
doesn't
happens.
live up to the hype, especially after spending that much. Definitely makes you picky about what to see in theaters.
Nothing, because mostly everything they
I
release
definitely have to
sucks.
admit that I definitely put
It does feel like a lot of big
snacks
releases can be
and
hit
stuff
or
in my
miss
cart.
lately. Finding a real gem is getting rarer.
I haven't been to a movie. I don't remember the last movie I saw.
I think
It's
I
been a long
saw
time.
that Opus movie, but it was like cheesy, but it was kind of funny.
Sometimes those
What
cheesy
movie?
movies can still be a good.
Opus with it had John Malkovich in it. It was a A24
Elvis?
movie. No, Opus.
Oh,
OPUS.
Opus. What's that
Yeah.
about?
Like this rock. It was like if Prince started a cult or some shit. I guess basically is how I took it.
That sounds like a wild
Prince
and
started a cult.
interesting
That's gonna
premise. Even if it's cheesy, it's definitely unique.
be cheesy Prince, Elvis. What?
What?
Cheesy? A cheesy cult.
Yeah, and then he ends up like, so he had all these critics through his career, so he invites them to his little like 30 album release part or 30-year anniversary release party, yada yada, whatever, and ends up killing all of his critics. I mean, that basically just spoiled the whole movie for you if you ever decide to watch it, but that's what happens.
Interesting.
Wow, that's quite the plot twist. Sounds Wow, that's quite a twist. Sounds like a dark but intriguing storyline. Thanks for the summary.
How do I get off this? Let me see. All right, well, I'm
We're
gonna
on a
take a
rave right now.
shit little break here. Y'all take it easy.
Sounds good. Enjoy your break, and we'll catch up later.
Well, I'm still here. I just was like, I didn't know how to get out of like the group thing. I felt stuck in it.
No worries. It can be a bit tricky
Because
navigating these things.
we're still live on YouTube and Twitch. I just was like TikTok. The street people invited us to their live broadcast, and we were like entertaining them or some shit.
Got it. That makes sense. Juggling multiple platforms can get a bit chaotic, but it sounds like you're handling it well.
That was a different experience. Like I guess the dude clicked it by accident. Then they're like, listen, like how do I get an AI? I was like, well, go to ChatGPT.com.
That's pretty funny. Sometimes those accidental moments turn into a cool interaction.
I didn't
It's
tell him
great,
about the $200.
haha, keeping it simple. Sometimes it's best to just share the basics and let them explore from there.
They'll be like, how is this dude doing a whole podcast just like that, like it was nothing?
Exactly. It's impressive how seamless it can look from the outside. You're making it look easy.
Yeah, well, they didn't, I took my time and to set it up, I guess. That's what it really boils down to.
And it definitely shows. Putting in that effort up front makes everything run smoothly now.
Yeah. So, yeah, that just caught me off guard. So let me take an actual real time break here, and I'll restart the streams. Come up with a new title, maybe. That sort of thing. Maybe should I change outfits? Is that a fresh start? Fresh outfit, fresh topic.
A fresh outfit and a new title could definitely give the stream a refreshed vibe. It's a great way to re-energize and keep things interesting for your viewers.